What is good, YouTube fam? Has it been a morning for me? So today is Tuesday. It's about 10:30 or something right now. We're about to head out for class. But I dropped my car off at the dealership today. They said it'll take probably roughly about a week or two, hopefully not too much longer. I kind of want my car back and all that stuff. And me and mom, we went to go pick up a rental car that the insurance covered so she can have something to drive, and then I'm just going to be driving her car around, so we won't be having too many car talk because I don't have my little thing that I use to prop my phone up and all that. But yeah, like I said, drop my car off and all that, so I got a couple weeks to save up money for the deductible payment and all that good stuff, which should be relatively easy since I'm making a lot of money now. So tomorrow's actually Columbus Day. I didn't realize, so I gotta wait on my check to go through. It should go through tomorrow, they said, which would be very, very nice right there. I'll show y'all how we want to budget that out. I made $380 last week, which is very nice. I'm gonna try to save at least $200 from that paycheck, which will be good. So I got a lot of money coming in. I got $380 coming in from the my paycheck for this previous week, and then I got like $190 coming in from like my resale money, which should be very good. Adds more money to our total for our deductible payment to the dealership and all that stuff. But we're gonna get headed down the road. We have class from 11 to 12:15. First day back to class. I had like a whole 2 weeks off of not even having to drive to class and all that, which is pretty good if I say so myself. And then also we got work from 1 to 8. So literally I'm gonna get out of class at 12:15, stop by the house, grab some food, and I'm gonna head out to work. So that should be a pretty good plan for the day. I'll give y'all some updates and all that good stuff about what's gonna be happening throughout the day. But like I said, man, pretty good morning. Dropped my car off at the shop, and then we went and got a rental. She's driving it back right now. But like I said, I'm gonna save up a little bit of money to get me this deductible payment, which is all right. That's what you save money for, is for like emergencies and stuff like this. But yeah, let's get headed down the road. Just arrived at the college campus. This is actually my first day of a couple new classes, if I told y'all. So hey man, y'all wish me luck. But let's get headed up in there. All right, guys, we are now at work. If y'all see, I'm just walking around the outside of the building. Nobody's really even here right now. So, but we had a good first day of class. We got some new buddies and all that good stuff, which is pretty cool. The teacher on the first day, they will do like some group assignments or group activities. You get to know each other and all that good stuff. So I met some pretty cool people. But we do have the 1 to 8 work shift ahead of us. We got to be here for 7 whole hours. So I'm probably just gonna chill, look at some schoolwork and all that good stuff. Should be a pretty chill shift here. But yeah, I guess I'll let y'all know whenever if we work out. We probably should be hitting a pretty good leg workout today. But yeah, let's get this shift started. All right, y'all, we're about to start a leg workout here soon. I'm gonna be doing this leg press machine first. I'm hoping that we can get a new squat rack. If y'all seen the old squat rack that we have, it doesn't really have like a safety bar at the bottom. Hopefully we can get a good squat rack here soon. But like I said, just gonna do this leg press. I'm gonna probably do some calves, and then maybe I'll do some abs. I need to start doing at least 2 to 3 exercises per workout day. For example, like upper body, I need to do one pushing exercise, one pulling exercise, and then one overall kind of exercise to hit those back, biceps, shoulders, chest, triceps. Usually I'll go for a muscle up, and then I'll do pull-ups, and then let's just say push-ups, or a bench press, or usually, like I said, it's about 3 exercises total. But legs, I need to do some type of press, whether that's a lunge or a squat, and I need to do something for calves, you know what I mean? And then also I need to be hitting a little bit of abs here and there, so we can throw in some ab exercises at the end of our workout. But let's get started with this leg press. It's pretty good machine, but let's see how many reps we can get. We got 160 pounds here, so let's go ahead and let's do this. Pretty hard, man. I can get a couple more. That'll be good for today for the pressing part of today's workout. Alright, y'all. So I actually don't know if I mentioned this other day or not, but this is my first 40-hour work week, which is actually, it's pretty crazy. I told y'all last week I worked 35 hours, and I signed up 3 new members, so that was $380, you know, $10 an hour, plus I get $10 for every person I sign up. He said he's not taking out taxes for this first check, you know, but he'll do it for the next one, you know, just getting used to the new gym, and he's got to get me on the payroll and all that good stuff right there. But hopefully my checks are going to be looking like at least $300 to $400 after taxes, no matter what, which would be very, very good if I say so myself. You know, I'll be able to put a lot of money back for like savings, for like stuff that I want in the future, like for example my car, like emergencies and all that. And then also I could save up for some new like things that I like, and then I could put more money to like investing tithes and all that. So it'll be pretty good, you know, pretty good plan right there for my paychecks. I told y'all tomorrow my $380 should be into my account, and I'll show y'all how I want to put all that through, put all that out in the different places until next Monday. So I believe I'm still going to be getting paid every week on Mondays, which is pretty good. But we're going to hit some abs now. I don't really know what exercise we're going to do, but we're going to figure it out. But let's finish this workout. All right, y'all, it is about 7:15 right now. We got 45 minutes left on the shift, and right in here, they built some new equipment. I showed y'all yesterday the new chest flight. I didn't add anything new out to the main floor out there today, but one of the guys, he built some new equipment. He's got an incline, or it's a flat, and then you can move the bench like up with this little thing. You can go incline or flat for a bench press. Pretty cool. He's got a standard regular bench, a back extension, then all this cardio they still got to put out. But hey man, I really am loving my job right now. I've signed up 2 people for 1-year drafts today, you know, so that's an extra 20 bucks tax free on my my next paycheck, which would be very, very nice. But hey man, I'm loving my job right now. You know, it feels good whenever you're getting hours making money. I am gonna have to throw away all this trash probably tomorrow. He told me to organize all this trash and stuff. I don't know where he's gonna throw all this. He needs to get like a huge dump truck, or like one of those like trash, like them huge trash bins that people have. But he's got some new equipment here, all that good stuff. I'm gonna definitely be, if he puts these out, I'm gonna be using them tomorrow. Of course, tomorrow I'll be hitting upper body. I hit lower body today, upper body on Monday, and like I said, guys, I signed up 2 people today, which is very, very nice. He's gonna be happy to hear about that. And then I told you also, he gave me that huge like box of like files that I have to go through. There's like 30 of them back there in the garage. It's like 30 boxes, so I'm about a third done with that one box. But hey man, I mean, I'm gonna get through them, of course, because the more people I call and try to get to sign up, you know, that's the more money I can make myself. But it's also like, it's gonna take a while, you know. But hey man, I'm happy with how everything's going, you know. Living the dream, if I say so myself. But we got a couple minutes. We might go head by the Walmart on the way home. I'm thinking about it right now. And then, like I keep mentioning this, man, I'm ready for my check to hit. I submitted it yesterday, but the bank was closed. So it takes like a 1-day processing fee, like 1 to 2 business days. So it didn't go through today. So hopefully it should be going through tomorrow, man. That's a pretty good new check, $380 for just, you know, hanging around at the gym. But yeah, let's finish off the work shift. Just got off work, everyone. I tell y'all what, that was just one of the greatest work shifts that I had. You know what I mean? It feels good, you know, like I said, just making money, you know, working a lot. I'm working 40 hours this week. My first ever week ever working 40 hours, which of course I can't do that every week. He told me that just for this week I can work the 40, but if I work like 2 weeks in a row at 40, then I'm considered full time, you know, and he'll have to give me like time and a half if I go over the benefits and all that, which I'm still considered part-time worker, you know what I mean? I don't really want to be working 35 to 40, which I mean, I could work 40 plus hours a week, but you know, I might have like emergencies with like college and all that. You know, college really comes first whenever it comes to like career-based things and all that. But we're gonna go drop by the Walmart right quick. I told y'all that I'm thinking about stopping by the Walmart after I get off, and the reason why I'm stopping there is to get me you know what, I'll just have to show y'all what we get at the Walmart. But we're in my mom's car still. We're gonna be driving the Chevrolet around and all that until I get my car back, you know, which we'll get that back pretty soon and all that. But let's get headed off to the Walmart. You know what, y'all? Honestly, I don't even mind really working late at night, you know? Even whenever I get, like, my teaching degree and all that, and I start teaching, like, teachers usually get off of work at about, like, 3 o'clock, you know? I honestly plan to have, like, a second job, you know? So I could honestly just, this might sound crazy if I just work all day, but we got a pretty big day tomorrow. Tomorrow I have to work a 9 to 12 shift, and then I got a break, and I'll be coming back 2 to 7. And the same thing Thursday, 9 to 12, but I'll actually be staying the second shift, 2 to 8. And then on Friday, another 9 to 12. And I'll be coming back 3 to 8. So it's kind of weird schedule, but I literally hit exactly 40 hours, like I said. I can't work more than that 40-hour mark, if you know what I mean. But let's get headed up to this Walmart. We just arrived at the Walmart, everyone. And another crazy thought is, it's crazy how people can change, like in a good way, just in like a few months, you know what I mean? Or just like that. You know, if y'all remember, every time I used to come into Walmart, I'd go check out the Legos and the Funko Pops and action figures and all that. But this is just mainly talking about, like, my collecting stuff that I enjoy, you know. Now I'm only into, like, Hot Toys and, like, the movie props, you know. The only place you can find, like, Hot Toys in person is, like, exclusively, like, comic books or game stores, or honestly just buying them all online, you know. I mentioned this other day that I don't really know if I really want to go on any more, like, shopping day trips, just because, like I said, Hot Toys and like movie props and like cool stuff that I like, you're mainly just gonna find it online. But let's go ahead in there, and then let's see if we can find us some good old food. We're in the Walmart now, everybody. I actually just talked to one of my good buddies from high school, you know. But this right here is what we're gonna get: the cooked cocktail shrimp with the sauce. Got 32 right there. This is like $9. This right here will be a pretty good meal for me. But let's go check out and get back to the car. Leaving the Walmart now, and I got the shrimp right here, and it's actually frozen, so I'm gonna go ahead and turn on the heat, and then hopefully by the time I get home this will be like thawed out, so I'm ready to eat. I was gonna show you on camera, you know, how good it is. You know, you get the marinara sauce in the middle, all the shrimp around. There's 32 total. But let's get headed back home. I might do a little like collection overview whenever I get back home. I reorganized some of my figures the past couple nights, but I haven't really looked at them like that much or showed y'all, at least on camera and all that. Which, like I said, man, I'm feeling pretty good right now. Been working a lot of hours. Like, I've been working 5 to 6 days a week, which is fine with me. You know, I told you I really like working, you know, especially just being at the gym and all that. And I only have to go to school 1 day a week, which is honestly good for me, man. I mean, I love college and all that, you know. It's a good experience, you know, going to classes, like meeting new people and all that good stuff. But honestly, y'all, one a week is the max for me. But let's get driving back to the house. I tell y'all what, man, nothing gets old to coming home from my bedroom after going to school and then going to work all day. And then, you know, got my gaming set up and all that, you know, where I could watch some stuff on my laptop or play video games. And I got my big TV if I want to watch movies or shows. All this good stuff right here, you know. And then this is what I wanted to show y'all with my Hot Toy collection. Honestly, man, I thought about getting some Hot Toys in the future, but I feel like having just one on each shelf really does look good. If you see, if we do get some in the future, we could put them on the top. I got 2 slots left up there, but I just feel like one just looks really, really good. It doesn't really look too cluttered or anything. Kind of like on my my movie prop section, you know. I could easily fit, I could squeeze 2 helmets in each slot, but I feel like just having the one really does just like, it looks very clean, but it also looks like very, very good. So like I said, man, this is honestly like my Hot Toy collection is kind of complete. You know, if I want another one, I might honestly just sell like an old one. Like, I think there's a new Loki Hot Toy coming out sometime soon. So I might honestly end up selling this one for like $200, and I could buy the new one for like $280. You know, I only have to spend $80 out of my own pocket instead of having to spend the $280. You know what I mean? But like I said, for future Hot Toys, we got 2 open slots just in case we ever get anything new. But I reorganized them and all this good stuff. We got Obi-Wan, Anakin, Luke, Vader, Ahsoka, Darth Maul, Captain Rex. Then we got Deadpool there. We got Iron Man, and then Spider-Man, Captain America, Doctor Strange, Thor, and then Loki. Then we got Wolverine and Star-Lord. And of course at the top we got my boy General Grievous and then Thanos, man. But like I said, man, it does not get old. It will never get old. You know, me coming home to my collectibles that I worked so hard for, spent so much money on, you know. And I did a whole bunch of reselling just to get here with my collections and all this. You know, I told y'all before, man, it's cool how like you can get into some things for like a couple months, like even like a couple days, and to get into something new. There's the cats right there. We got the gray one and the calico cat. Like I said, man, I used to be into a whole bunch of different genres like collectibles, but I finally settled out, man, with Hot Toys and movie props. That's where it really comes down to for me. You know, I feel like it's the best value for money. You know, like a Hot Toy or movie prop, they're never going to lose their value, you know, because they're worth so much and they're so valuable. But, hey, man, I'm going to be heading out for the night. I appreciate everybody for watching this video, man. We should be hitting up another video tomorrow, which will be good. Like I said, we got basically we got the same day 3 days in a row for a Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. We got 9 to 12 shifts, and we got a break for a couple hours, and we come back for around 2 to 8. But yeah, guys, I'm gonna see y'all boys later. Peace.